What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome back to the Okanagan Wrestling Review. As always, I'm your host, Rough Waters. Joining me today is a wrestler, a promoter that has pretty much won every possible title, achievement available in the Okanagan. He is the current Thrash Wrestling Tag Team Champion, one half with Chucky Lee Ray. He is the self-proclaimed King of the Okanagan. Ladies and gentlemen, Mad Dog Marty Sugar.
There's no self-proclamation, it's true. I'm the king.
Let's see what we can get out of this guy. We are here with Mad Dog Marty Sugar, the King of the Okanagan. So Marty, thank you so much for giving me the time of day, allowing me to come here and give you an interview. I want to say congratulations, first of all. You and Chucky Lee Ray, new Thrash Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Second time for you, Okanagan Wrecking Crew.
Yep.
5.0, 6.0.
5.5, I think.
Yeah. That's cool, and you know what? You guys deserve them. That's awesome. I'm sure top quality has got their panties in a bunch. But what are you gonna do?
You know what, man? That was Ryan really impressed me. He got in there and stood in there and filled in, him and more. And Ryan hit me with a spin kick that knocked me into freaking the next day. And Chucky busted his butt, and I'm so happy Chucky got his first title in Thrash. It's his second belt now. He's Big West TV champ. Yeah, and Chucky's coming to his own in 2019, and I'm happy to be along the ride.
Yeah, no doubt.
So your phone?
Yeah, totally my phone. We'll just ignore that. So Marty, you're a staple of Thrash Wrestling. You're a staple of Big West Wrestling.
Staple of the Okanagan.
Sure. All right. You are the owner, promoter for Big West Wrestling as well.
Yes, sir.
Amazing company. How exactly, I mean, we'll talk about your schedule, your upcoming schedule here pretty quick, but I mean, you are busy as heck, and yet you still find time to go to Inuvik. You're for the second trip so far, heading with Ace Redmond Jr. once again. You guys have the very first, there it is, Ta in the ice blue. You guys have, you're part of the Totally Arctic Wrestling out of Inuvik, Northwest Territories. Mm-hmm. You're doing all the training there, and you guys have the very first TAW event coming up November 16th.
You bet. Proving Ground, November 16th.
Right, and so you're going to be wrestling a match against Destro.
Yep. Eskimo-fo.
The Eskimo-fo, yeah. Destro.
Yeah.
Ace Redmond Jr. is taking on Jared, California.
Yes, sir.
And if you guys haven't seen so far any of the TAW videos on YouTube or Facebook, I definitely recommend checking them out. It's very interesting, really cool characters, and definitely it's kind of like starting from the ground up. You're a big part of that.
100%. Starting literally from the grassroots in a pretty place that has, I think it's had one wrestling show ever. Mm-hmm. Guys from Alberta brought a ring and everything up at least 10 years ago. It cost them a fortune, and they never went back. And now this is all locally sourced. My sister lives in Inuvik, so that was my connection to get there. And yeah, this is all. Everyone else is local. Mm-hmm. It's at the Ingamo Hall, which is this amazing, beautiful little log cabin hall in Inuvik. It's a sweet little town, like 3,000 people. And it looks like an Arctic beachcombers, to be perfectly honest. It's an amazing little town, great community, and I swear it's going to sell it easy. Yeah,
I can imagine. They're doing a lot of promotion. Even just the videos that they're doing, the production value is good. So like I said, definitely check that out.
Top notch video editing. Main guys are filmmakers, and they've made movies that have been at festivals, and they know their stuff. Editing is through the roof.
Cool. Yeah. So is this going to be? So this is your second round heading out. You're flying out pretty quick here in the next few days. Thursday. Is this going to be the last round at this point? There's nothing scheduled for the future, or?
For 2019, the next show is supposed to be in April.
Okay.
They're going to maybe do something in the summer. As soon as I showed up in Inuvik, I saw immediately, anytime I go to a new town, I look at where can wrestling be, and there's a really huge fire hall where they should have a show, and a barbecue, which I've already said. I'm in tight with one of the firefighters, and the fire chief thinks I'm cute. But anyway, what are you gonna do?
No doubt.
But anyway, and they've got a huge outside amphitheater too, so there's a lot of potential to do stuff like a May Days.
Yeah.
Like a Metal Fest, all those things.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of potential to do a lot of small things. Already, even with the first show, there's people that missed the first training because they didn't think it was really going to happen, and now they realize it is happening. They want to jump on board after the fact. So if this can become self-sustainable like the Okanagan, that'd be spectacular.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Would you consider bringing those guys to a Big West show, for instance?
They have an open invitation. All three of the main guys, Jared and Blue, who's injured right now, and Dez, all have an open invitation. I'm looking forward to smacking the crap out of Dez on Saturday, and I definitely want to come down and smack him around in front of the locals.
Yeah, no doubt. I seen his video where he called you out just the other day there. I was just like, okay, Dez.
Yep.
Good.
I had $1 for every rookie that called me out.
Yeah, no doubt.
The $1 million man.
Well, you are a mentor for the tons of up and coming wrestlers that are in the Okanagan, but also all through BC, Alberta as well. That being said, as a mentor, and as a wrestling fan, I go to as many shows as I can. I noticed that you guys share a lot of the talent between thrash wrestling, Big West, even Pacific Pro, All Star, Vancouver Island Pro Wrestling. Is there any of the young up and comers that you've mentored or that you're involved with that really stick out to you?
Well, I mean, the local guys here, the top of the list right now is Camaro.
Right.
He is like miles ahead of everybody else. Mm-hmm. And we have a great young group of wrestlers, but Camaro has taken the ball this year and run with it. He has been the MVP everywhere. Right? And that's he's cutting the best promos, he's doing the hardest work. Month after month after month, show after show, he's the match of the night. And it doesn't matter who he's wrestling. It doesn't matter if it's a Danny Duggan, it doesn't matter if he's fighting Chuck E. Ray, it doesn't matter if he's dragging my old ass to a good match. Mm-hmm. Every night, Camaro's having the match of the night. And the fact that he's only 3 years in and he's become the guy in the locker room is awesome. And every promotion, we talked about this at lunch, every promotion right now in BC has that young, hungry guy that's trying to be the locker room leader in the future of this business. Yeah. Down on the Lower Mainland, they've got Judas Icarus, and they got Beef Boy, and they got Travis Williams, right? And on the island, there's Nolan James. And these are the guys that are carrying the wrestling forward. And Camaro's here, and he's got Ace at his side, and Chuck E. Ray's. Chuck E. Ray's a workhorse. Oh yeah. And that guy goes and goes and goes. And of course we've got the girls. You got Scarlett and Jade, and then the Hall sisters. So there's this core of younger people that are taking over for us older guys. So guys like a Marty Sugar, and a Micah Moore, and a Tony Baroni, and Artemis Spencer, and Nicole Matthews can take a step back finally after our years and years and years of work, and go, okay, excellent, we can take a break. Yeah. And this new crop, we're leaving this in good hands for future generations of wrestling. No doubt.
It's amazing, and what I love is that you guys all kind of work together, and there's just like so much talent out there right now. It's impressive, and I've said it multiple times. I feel like pro wrestling is in a renaissance right now in a way where it's kind of like it almost feels like it's getting to it's becoming more mainstream, bigger, more promotions, more. I mean, how much wrestling's on TV right now? You can't even watch it all.
No, not even remotely.
So you are in about your 17th year of professional wrestling?
Yeah, it'll be 18 next September. Just had the 17th anniversary.
Wow. So we're coming up 18 years. You're coming up also on the 8th anniversary for Big West Wrestling.
Yep, right? November's Day, 8 years old. Yep.
Is that right?
First show, November 11th, 2011.
Oh, crazy. That's wild. Mm-hmm. So you're almost 8. Almost 8 as far as the promotion goes. Mm-hmm. Thinking back 17 years ago when you first got back in, or when you first got into wrestling, what was your motivation? What was your inspiration?
In all honesty, I first started watching wrestling, Al Tonko's All-Star Wrestling, 3 years old. One of the few memories with my great-grandpa on my dad's side. It's one of those memories where I've been told it so many times, I'm not even sure if it's an actual memory or, when you're a little kid.
Yeah.
But he was 6'5", and he was so blind he'd get down nose to the TV and scream at the heels. He hated Jimmy Whiskey with a passion. And I started watching, and Al Tonko's wrestling, All-Star Wrestling, just blew my mind as a kid. Right? I remember Moose Morowski and Tonko's son, Rick Davis, was such a great underdog. And there was a young Jake Snake Roberts, there was a young Robert Hawk. There's some great wrestling, great promos. So many good guys. Vern Siebert, who's a legend now, he was
Absolutely.
He was a ref, and then he was the guy that they wiped the floor with. Of course, there's Tim Flowers, the obnoxious jerk that he is and was and still is to this day. And I fell in love with that. And like every kid, I was 13, 14 years old. I stopped liking wrestling because it was dumb. And then I went to university and I started watching wrestling again. And I fell in love with it all over again, 93, 96, right when things kind of were taking off again. There was this renaissance then.
No doubt.
So then I came back to BC in 99 and I started backyard wrestling, which was stupid and painful. And but you know what, whatever, it is what it is, right? And a lot of guys started as backyard wrestlers and no one ever wants to admit it. But then all of a sudden in 2002 I had a chance, a buddy of mine, Sean LaFleur, wrestled for a long time as Ice. He lives out in Ontario now. He said, hey, you want to come with me to Langley? There's a house of pain. Do you want to go train? And I thought, I was older than everybody else, 27 years old. I was like, if I don't start now, if I don't try, I'll regret it. So many guys I know, they're like, oh, I wish I did that. Yeah, you should have. At least to try. And 17 years ago I did. Everyone in my training class told me I was too old. None of the guys in my training class still wrestle. Almost none of them survived the training class. And I'm still going 17 years later.
If I recall correctly, you did try and retire last year.
I've tried to retire several times.
And to no avail.
I retired in April.
You are.
I unofficially retired in April. I quit in April. When I dropped the belt to Camaro, I said that was it. And I took maybe a month off.
And back at it. It's in your blood. You're not going anywhere.
Wrestlers never retire. They die.
Fair enough.
Or they stop getting booked. One of the two. You've pissed off enough people, but I haven't pissed off enough people no matter how hard I try.
That's actually when I interviewed Dragon too. He said I'd rather die in the ring than retire. Continuously retire.
I don't know if I want to die in the ring.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't.
Horrible.
So who trained you?
I was primarily trained by Vance Nevada, who has come out of retirement himself. He's moved back to BC. He had been retired for a bit. Horrible neck injuries. He's rehabbed those. He's back. He's worked for All Star. He's worked for PBW. He was a sub for me when I missed the PBW show. So you're welcome, Vance. And he's all over the place again, which is great. Amazing.
He's a
promo.
beast.
Amazing promo guy. Really smart with wrestling psychology. He was my primary trainer. I trained a bit with Disco Fury, had a little bit of training through Juggernaut, a little bit through Aaron Idol, and that was the primary. But Vance was the main guy.
Okay. Do you have any like looking back over your career, any favorite matches or maybe opponents that you worked with that would come to mind?
Easily my 3 favorite opponents: Danny Deeds, Mike and Moore, Cremator Mustache.
Oh yeah.
3 best guys.
Yeah.
Black Dragon's up there too. Black Dragon's easy. Every time you wrestle Black Dragon, it's just a good time. Sometimes too good a time. But best matches I've ever had, I had a match with Stallion Smith at the Agra Fair in 2009. Where just a random match at Agra Fair, we went 20 and just tore the house down. I had a really good match 2017 with Scotty Mack here in October, which stood for over nearly 2 years as our most successful show. Culmination of like a 4-month storyline. I was really proud of that, especially because Scotty and I had not talked to each other for nearly 10 years, and then everything kind of came together. It was perfect, and it was great. It was cathartic for behind the scenes and in the business, and it just was really amazing. They were really good matches. I had a match in Tumbler Ridge, a dog collar match with Cremator Run Slasher in Tumbler Ridge that 60 people saw, and was probably the best match I ever had in my life.
Oh yeah?
But it was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it was easily one of the most fun matches I've ever had ever.
Nice.
And I've had so many good matches with Danny Deeds, I can't even count.
Oh no, you guys, and there's weird, you guys.
Excellent chemistry.
Yeah.
Excellent chemistry.
Very, very much so.
Greatest match I've seen. Best match I ever had, most rewarding match in my career was me and Bambi Hall when she beat me for the Okanagan tier title in Penticton at the Legion.
Mm-hmm.
It was easily the most gratifying match of my career. Match started with me because it was guy versus girl. It hadn't really been done in the Okanagan yet.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I did when I came out was there's a little girl in the front row, and she maybe was 5 years old.
Oh yeah.
And I said, "You like Bambi Hall, don't you?" And she's like, "Yeah." I go, "I'm gonna beat her up tonight." And she's like, "I know." And you see it on the video when she pins me 1, 2, 3. That little girl jumps out of her seat.
Yeah.
Like I swear, 3 feet in the air and celebrates. And
Yeah.
it's easily the best moment of my career.
Sure. Oh, that's amazing. Actually, yeah. No, that's.
Without doubt. Second to that, passing the torch to Camerico.
Yeah.
In Vernon.
Yeah.
That was rewarding.
Yeah. That was a great match. I was there. It's.
First ever pluncha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want.
Blew the Boros friend's mind, and that's all that counts.
Yeah. If you want to see that match, just go on to Okanagan Wrestling Review. Checking my videos. You can actually watch that.
No, it was
match.
good. I was very proud of the match.
Brutal. Yeah.
I was very proud of the match. That was
Yeah.
with the bang.
Yeah, I like when you guys were sitting in the ring and you guys brought chairs in and beers and just started slapping each other in the face.
I love that spot. I did that with Slave too. I stole that from, I don't even know who the guys are in GCW. I saw that. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this without like light tubes.
Yeah.
It's the same guys that did that. The
brutal.
guys that did the spot recently with the flying light tubes through the ring.
Yeah.
It was those two morons.
Yeah. Right.
And I was like, I'm gonna do this, but in a sane way.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Anytime you get a free beer at the Luso, you're doing good.
Nice. So who would you consider was your influence? Like if you think back to who would be the guy that you watched and you're like, that is what I want to do.
Okay. As a wrestling fan,
yeah.
First guy I was ever a fan of, like I said, Moose Morawski.
Mm-hmm.
He was cutting promos. I remember being a kid, and Moose Morawski was from Texas,
mm-hmm.
and he had won the Canadian Heavyweight Championship. And he's standing there on TV.
And that was All Stars. That's right. Okay.
So I'm
yeah.
like a little kid.
Yeah.
I'm like 6 years old this time, maybe 8. And Ed Carl's standing there, the interviewer, and Moose Morawski's going, "I am Canadian." And Ed Carl goes, "I didn't know Texas seceded from the Union." Such a dumb promo, and I loved it. Excuse me, that was my first inspiration. But as far as a wrestling fan, Magnificent Morocco and Randy Savage. Those are the guys.
Yeah.
Magnificent Morocco is a forgotten workhorse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The guy put on great matches,
Yeah.
great heel heat. When he switched over, became a babyface, and became The Rock, outstanding. Charisma through the roof. Of course, Randy Savage is like one of the all-time greatest. You look at the WWE now, not so much now, but up until the year 2000, the number one guy that inspired people was either Randy Savage or Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those
No,
were the
that's
guys.
right. Yeah.
Those were the guys that inspired me. Randy Savage was so colorful and such an amazing, over-the-top character. Later, though, to become an indie wrestler, my first big inspiration, I was like, I want to do this, was the first time Asian Cougar and Tony Kazina fought in an Nanaimo.
Oh, no shit.
And those two blew my mind.
Yeah.
And that's why I cut a promo recently that I want to fight Asian Cougar. He's come to Kelowna twice.
Yeah.
And I already told Thrash Wrestling his ass is mine next time. If I gotta get on a plane and fly to Osaka and fight that SOB, I'm fighting Asian Cougar before I retire.
Yeah,
So that's a given.
Well, he's and I think you were in Nuvik when he was here last, which was just like a few weeks ago. Yeah.
He's gonna promise me next time for 15 years. And I'm getting you. Translate that. Put the subtitles underneath. I'm coming for you, Asian Cougar.
He's the guy's doing swantons off the second rope outside. I was just like, wow.
I know.
Wow. That was some pretty good stuff. But I'd love to see Mad Dog Marty Sugar and Asian Cougar battle that.
Giving a swanton off the second rope too much.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, it'd be done. No more Cougar.
No. You did a lot of things done. Okay, so Marty, we mentioned that there is kind of a renaissance in pro wrestling right now. Locally, of course, with all the promotions, even like just in Western Canada. Also globally as well with AEW, NWA Power. all like Japanese promotions. What do you think? What do you see is coming down? Do you think that it's just up and up from here? Or?
You know, wrestling is cyclical, and this happens all the time. When we're in a good cycle that's been a little bit longer than normal, it's awesome to see. AEW and NXT is now on television with a bigger show and giving these young guys, and not only giving young guys, but giving guys that were in maybe Raw and SmackDown that weren't getting the push that the fans think they deserve. Like look at Finn Balor back in NXT. That's crazy, but if that's going to be a major TV show, you need Finn Balor's and you need guys like Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn or whoever back in NXT to prove that these are now 3 major brands. Right? But you've got AEW as well doing the best they can, although it'd be really nice if the wrestlers remembered that there was other parts in the ring apron to wrestle a match. These guys are killing each other and it's crazy. And I get that everyone's getting this chance, but they gotta be smart. NWO Power has a great setup. I hate the fact that Jim Cornette has a place to talk on TV. I am so sick and tired of these dinosaurs that are ignorant of the 21st century, whether it be Jim Cornette, even Jim Ross is at that stage, Jerry Lawler's at the stage. So gentlemen, retire gracefully. There are younger people that are more in tune with the 21st century that should be the voice pieces of these wrestling promotions. Excalibur's great, you know, and he's not getting the chance. Even Tony Schiavone, when he's on, and when he's not. MLW, he phoned it in. He phoned it in. Jim Cornette was offensive in MLW. I stopped watching MLW because of it. And MLW is a great promotion. Right? There's a lot of these promotions that are doing great work, and they don't need these tired old timers that are bringing their bitterness into the business. Like let them go to pasture, and you know, this new generation of wrestling needs to be a new generation of wrestling. But there's a lot of great stuff out there for everyone to see, and it's at the point where I don't understand why wrestling fans watch stuff they hate to complain about the stuff they hate. If you don't like Raw, if you don't like SmackDown, great, watch NXT, watch AEW, watch the other stuff, leave the stuff alone. You don't go to movies that you hate. You don't watch the gross rom-com with some idiot that you don't like. You don't watch the Sandra Bullock movies, because why would you waste your money on the Sandra Bullock movie if you don't like it? Watch the stuff you like, leave the stuff you don't like alone. There's so many options.
Except Bird Box. Sandra was really good in Bird Box.
Bird Box was great. Her romantic comedy sucked. Miss Congeniality. Although she looked good. Just watch her the sound of.
No doubt. Well, you know, you're right. Everything you just said there, and you know what, with the I kind of liked that they're bringing JR back, and then in kind of like a knee-jerk reaction, it was like, oh well, then you know WWE's like, oh well, now we have Jerry Lawler back now, right? You know, it is kind of weird, but yeah, it's very interesting. I love every week that we have so much wrestling.
There is a scrambling right now because everyone is signing people. That they're signing everyone, and some of these people don't need. Jim Cornette is so negative, and the fact that you're on Twitter suggesting people kill themselves.
That's fine.
Inappropriate.
Super
inappropriate. The fact that he calls Aria Blake a whore on MLW every week, he's slut shaming her. It was disgusting.
No, he's. I don't think he's got a lot of fans left.
We don't tolerate that. Scarlet Black had one issue of that within the business, and it got squashed in a hurry. We don't tolerate that shit.
Fuck that.
We don't treat each other like that.
No.
And if you're gonna be part of this fraternity, whether you're the grand old man of the fraternity or the young guy in the totem pole, this is a family, and if you can't be part of the family, get out. Get out and stay out.
Fair enough.
That's my opinion.
Speaking of family, tonight is the Pacific Pro Wrestling Championship Tournament.
Their big year-end show.
So by the time this hits the internet, the PPW champion will be crowned. Huge card. So much talent in that ring tonight. I can't believe it. Do you have any predictions? Who's going to be walking away with the first PPW championship?
My dark horse pick is my boy Shreds. That's my dark horse pick. But I think the way momentum has built within PPW, I think it boils down to Beef Boy and Judas Icarus. That has been the Pacific Northwest's feud of the year. Beef Boy and Icarus. The love-hate relationship between those two. I think it boils down to the two of them. But if I had to pick if I had to pick a finals, I would personally pick Cutler Shreds because that would be the match of the year. But I think it boils down to Beef Boy and Icarus.
Yeah, well, Beef Boy and Icarus, their matches are really incredible to watch. And I unfortunately I can say that I haven't seen either of them wrestle, especially not each other, like live. But they are awesome. My pick for tonight is gonna go to Todd Quality.
Hometown boy,
You my boy Todd. Go get him, Tiger.
His first thing, we talked about this, it'd be his first ever singles championship.
Yeah.
To win your first championship in your hometown of Abbotsford is huge, but on the downside, the pressure of trying to win your first championship in your hometown is huge.
Yeah.
And as we know, Flair country, very hard to win a championship
Yes.
in your hometown.
No doubt. Yeah, but again, you said Shreds, and he's probably a good one too. We got Cougar Meat in there.
Yeah, the show's gonna be
Matic
great.
Static.
The show's gonna be great. Maccabi Cutler's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an amazing first time showdown, and then the winner of that gets the reward of fighting the wrecking ball. That's Eddie Osborne, and that's no reward. That guy nearly broke
You
my
said
jaw
that.
once.
Yes.
And then you got Bishop and Beef Boy, which is gonna be insane. You got Icarus and Ecstatic. That's a match of the year anytime. And you got the women, Matthews and Spinelli. That's like legitimate rivalry that's lasted for like 10 years. Like that's not even like wrestling rivalry. That's like life rivalry. That's gonna be again ugly in a hurry. That's gonna be bowling shoe ugly, as JR likes to say.
Yeah.
And then you got the 6-man. You got the Voros Twins and Artemis Spencer against the Wise Men, and that's gonna be a good show. That's top to bottom.
Yeah.
That's what 8 spectacular matches.
Yeah, no doubt. We talked about it over lunch, and definitely. So congratulations, PPW, Danny Deeds, and the whole crew there. Way to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great way to end the year.
So let's talk about Big West Wrestling now. So you've obviously, like we were saying, you're heading up north here pretty quick. When you come back, there's some shows that we'll talk about here. We'll briefly, but you've got a couple shows. Big West has some shows coming up in December as well.
Yeah, we have the last 2 Okanagan shows of the year. December 6th, around the Centennial at the Holiday Spectacular.
Yeah.
And then December 7th in Summerland with Santa Slam. 2 big shows featuring all the local cast of characters, and we're bringing in Danny Deeds, Buck Lightning, Scarlet Black, and Danny Nightmares for both nights.
Nice. So Buck Lightning's off. He'll be off suspension there from.
Yep, suspension ends.
Powerbomb Charlie there.
I think his suspension ends like the 5th of December.
Oh, so
he's back.
right
He won't be in
there.
Summerland. He'll be there around then. Camaro Cope challenged him to a fight to teach him a lesson for hurting Charlie.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got to defend your refs, I guess. That was brutal.
That was ridiculous.
Also, footage of that on Okanagan Wrestling.
And that was also Power 104's Big Ginger. He instigated that.
Yeah.
And Ginger and
He
I
loved it.
I'm gonna deal with Ginger at one point. He knows.
I'd like to
He's
see
avoiding me like the plague.
Yeah.
Our at the beach calls me all the time. He wants to hang out and do lunch, but Big Ginger's avoiding me.
So another issue you're going to have to deal with, and I tried to get some info off you earlier today, but you've got 2 champions right now.
Yep.
So you have my spiritual guru, and as well as your spiritual guru as well.
My dear friend.
Yes, Davey Deals. He has the Okanagan or the Big West
The
Championship.
OG. That was our original.
Yeah, the original title. Ace Redmond Jr. has Big Red. So you have two champions really. So that's kind of an issue.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Ace refused to relinquish the belt when he got stripped because of injury.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said in a video promo I cut in Whitehorse, we were sharing hotel. We ended up taking the belt right then. It was in a suitcase. But you know what? These kids want to prove that they're the man, right? And he said, nope. I'm not relinquishing this until someone pins you for it. And I was okay, fine. But in reality, we've got basically a UFC situation, interim champions.
Yeah.
And I don't want to call Dave the interim champion, but for lack of a better term, he won the belt while the champ was injured. And these two are going to settle it at some point.
Both have injured ribs.
Both of them are injured. The Big West Television title is cursed. Lots of guys get hurt when they're champion, man.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. And I'm telling you, Ace has got a big 3-way with Scarlett and Jade on December 6th. So one of them might be champ. Scarlett could be
that would be
the champ.
Oh yeah, that's
You know what I
right
mean?
too.
Jade could be the first second female TV champ.
Yeah.
So another title to her resume. And then we've got the big four-way, December 7th in Summerland. We've got Jace Darcy, his thrash titles on the line. Ace's Big Red titles on the line. Davies OG TV titles on the line.
Wow.
And Braden Goss is the fourth man in that. And Braden's got everything to win, but everything to lose, because the rule is any champion that pins Braden Goss, if they pin Braden Goss, he will never challenge for that title again.
Ooh.
So yeah, you want to step up, kid. If you're gonna step up, you gotta pay the price, right?
That's
Everyone
a
has
lot on the line there.
Everyone has something huge to lose. December the 7th, the last show.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yep.
So let's go over a few shows here.
Yes.
So coming up for you, the Mad Dog Marty Sugar schedule. Your next event, November 16th,
Yes.
is the Totally Arctic Wrestling TAW Proving Ground in
Ingham Hall.
Inuvik, Northwest Territories.
Yep, Ingham Hall. It's gonna be great.
Following that, November 23rd, the Super Evil Bloody Death Hell Elimination Tournament.
18th anniversary.
18th.
Insane.
Yeah, that's there's a lot of barbed wire going on there.
Barbed wire, light tubes, kendo sticks, chairs, tables. Yeah.
So that's a
classic.
good. Sounds like a good time.
Classic. It's a time.
November 29th, you aren't at this event. It's the Super Evil Fallout. This is in Peachland.
At the Edgewater Bar and Grill.
Yeah, so you aren't there, but November 30th, Bittersweet Revenge in Thrash's Bittersweet Revenge. That's actually in Vernon at the Green.
Yep.
And then we're going into December. Last two wrestling shows in the Okanagan for 2019. Big West Holiday Wrestling Spectacular in Kelowna in Rutland. And then the final one, December 7th, Big West Wrestling presents Santa Slam. That will be in Summerland, and that kind of wraps up the wrestling season for the Okanagan.
Yep.
So you have a lot of stuff on your plate here.
For a guy that retired in April.
Yeah, retired in April. Bunch of matches. No big deal. No big deal. All right, Marty. Well, thank you so much.
Don't forget too. There's a couple shows coming up. Kamloops CWE November the
20th. It is
20th. Kamloops.
It's Wednesday. The Juice. Yeah.
Juventud Guerrera.
Yeah.
Will be here. Yep.
Yes, I would love to be there. Unfortunately, due to work circumstances,
Ditto,
I can't make it there.
Yeah.
But CWE, please come back. We love you guys coming through here. Mad Dog Marty Sugar. Mad Dog Marty Sugar, thank you so much for giving me the time today. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated.
Yep.
I wish you the best. Safe travels to Inuvik, and I hope TAW does well. So,
me too.
Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Stay tuned for more interviews, more action, more